You can never have enough speakers. Experimenting with speakers to get into the locomotive and get the right sound that's pleasing to your ears is so important. So it is worthwhile having a range of speakers. This is one box. I've got another box similar with more speakers in it there, but it's very important to do that. Just bench testing with the speaker. I've tried that one, it's okay. The little one here, maybe that's a little bit too small, but I got this one here, this high bass. Okay, it doesn't have an enclosure on it, so we'll put an enclosure on it. You can hear the difference how you've got to seal the front sound wave from the rear sound wave, 180 degrees out of phase. Okay, so there it is wired up. I've just got temporary wires connecting up the black and the red from the NCE. So we press F1 and there we go. There's the motor turning the wheel. The programming's now done for sound and light. So function 1, lighting function, which is actually going to be driving the motor, and the function 1 bell sound are both the same. You go into the WOW programming guide and you get the 4 CV, index CVs. 201 is 4, 202 is 14, 203 is 2, and CV 204 is a value of 7. So that just works there. So now we press F1. So the crank wheel is actually turning. So they'll be working the bell, and the bell's ringing. Now I can adjust that slightly to get the swing to match the ring, and so we'll give that one a go and see how it is on the loco, and I'll program things later. And we've added an engineer. Nothing worse than a loco that doesn't have a driver. Here's where I'm just about to put the speaker in there now. You can see how I've made the speaker, and I've put the piece of paper around it here. This is just ordinary printer paper. The idea of that is I'm going to put glue all the way around, just applying it with a toothpick. Again, just using the Arlene's tacky glue. So that will go back and just clear the gear tower. So there it is there, a little bit further back so that it doesn't touch. So there it is there now. So the gear tower is in front of that. But what I've got is I've got a path coming out either side of the narrow gear tower to allow the sound to come out of the locomotive itself, close enough up to the steam cylinders and the stack where you get the true engine sounds rather than out of a tender. The speaker's in, and I've run the wires. You can see where I've run the wires through the conduit just to keep things nice and tidy. And I haven't put any glue around here at the moment, so we haven't fully sealed the speaker. However, I've connected up the WOW, and the front's open at the moment, so we haven't got that sealed either. But here's the sound. That's pretty good. Still too loud, I'll turn that down. The bell. I love this. There's such crisp sound out of wows. You've got a good speaker, you get terrific sound. And the water fill, I've got that on F9 there now. So you're hearing the sounds of water fill coming out of the locomotive. But I'd rather have that and all the steam sounds up in the front. Okay, I'm applying the glue around the speaker. So I push the speaker back a bit and I just come around and I coat the boiler. I've got that paper on the speaker, remember? So I coat the boiler walls so that I get a nice even bit. A little bit on the speaker will not hurt because this glue is flexible. So we get to that stage with the lid on the glue and we just push the speaker up a bit so that it's just clear of the gear tower. Back a little bit more. Now that'll need a second coat because there will be gaps, but that's good enough to clear the gear tower that's going to be there, and the sounds will still be able to come out either side without any major obstruction. I've soldered two 0603 leads together in series, and a couple of wires there. This is the firebox flicker, and I've just used some Tamiya orange paint. I painted a piece of paper, super glued those onto the tint, let that dry, and then put more Tamiya orange on the top of it there. Now that's going to go inside the fire door from the inside, and be so I've got two leads flickering there with the fire door. Well, I got my 318 finished. The back, I've got a little bit of the flicker in the fire. The door wants to stay open there, the fireman's out at the moment. There she is. And change direction, get the rear light on. So we'll have some more fun with this one. It's a beautiful locomotive. Some of the things I've done, we'll start from the front. I put a San Juan Car Company Evolution coupler on the front. So that's now a working coupler on the front of the loco. I've drilled out and put in the 0402 surface mount LEDs in the classification marker lamps. A 0603 LED up for the headlight. Inside here I've got the WOW decoder and a KA3 keep alive, and the lead weight. I've modified a lead weight to go in there. I've got a working bell, so that bell's now working. I've put a cab light in, and I put firebox flicker in the fire door itself, and down the back I put in the 0603 LED for the rear lamp. So a fair bit of work in this one, being a very delicate model, getting that all up and running. I put a engineer in as well. I've yet to do a fireman, so I'm just waiting on firemen coming from America, so we'll see how we go. I love the working bells. It's on all my locomotives here now. And I like how the WOW decoder, how the bell fades out after you turn it off. It just rings and softly rings out. So there we go. Just thought I'd share that one with you. There's a lot of fun putting that one together, and the WOW sounds good. Oh, the speaker, it's just there facing backwards, just in front of the gear tower, so I get the sounds coming out either side as clearly as I can, and the rear sounds can still come out and port out the back there, so it's pretty good sound.